Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into something absolutely crucial for anyone managing a complex build, project baseline development. As we unpack the source material today, the one thing that really stands out is how a baseline acts as the ultimate tool for keeping chaotic, moving timelines firmly anchored. You know, if you've ever managed a major project, keeping everything on track is easily half the battle. And a properly developed baseline, well, that's your secret weapon.
Okay, let's dive into this. I want you to picture something for a second. You've spent weeks agonizing over the perfect project schedule. You've leveled your resources, you've meticulously mapped out this beautiful 99-day timeline, and you finally get that massive stakeholder sign-off. Everyone's thrilled. But then, your perfectly planned project actually hits the real world. Things change, crazy weather happens, scopes shift. How are you supposed to measure your actual progress against that original perfect plan? Well, that is exactly what we're going to solve today. So here is our roadmap for this explainer. We'll start with number 1, the schedule's anchor. Then 2, setting the baseline. 3, handling revisions. 4, phased projects. 5, unexpected delays. And finally, number 6, visualizing the baseline. Let's get right into it. Section 1, the schedule's anchor. To really wrap our heads around what a baseline is, it helps to think about the physical world of construction. When you finalize your current schedule in the office, what happens? You typically print out a physical copy, you get the stakeholders to physically sign it, and then you send that document to the job site. That literal piece of paper acts as your ultimate fixed reference point for those daily progress reports. Well, your scheduling software needs that exact same fixed reference point. So we take our current schedule and we duplicate it into a baseline schedule. It's an approved, frozen copy that acts just like that signed piece of paper, giving you something totally concrete to measure your daily progress against.
Section 2, setting the baseline.
Creating this digital anchor in your software is actually super straightforward. It's basically just a 4-step process. First, you just pop open the project menu at the top of your screen. In that toolbar, you're going to click the Set Baseline option. That opens up a menu with some defaults. You'll want to pick the default baseline, usually the very first one on the list. And then, this is important, make sure you select Entire Project before hitting OK. Honestly, it's a lot like using the Save As function in a Word document. You're just telling the software, hey, take a snapshot of my current schedule exactly as it is right now, duplicate it, and lock it away for reference.
Section 3, handling schedule revisions. So what happens when the actual work hasn't even started yet, but things are already changing? Because, let's be real, they always do. So the crucial point is, planning phases are fluid. Let's say it's May, and your actual execution doesn't start until June 1st. Today, the client approves the schedule, and you happily set your baseline. But then next week, the client talks to the architect and decides to completely alter the design. Suddenly, all your quantities need recalculating, and your resource allocations have to be completely updated. You've got to revise your schedule, shifting all these activities around, even though your actual project start date is still June 1st. Luckily, project management software totally expects these pre-execution changes. You are absolutely not stuck with just one baseline save. The software actually lets you save up to 11 different baselines, so you can have baseline 1, baseline 2, baseline 3, and so on. It's a lifesaver because it means you can keep copies of your old, outdated baselines while constantly updating your primary digital anchor as the scope inevitably pivots during that early planning phase. But, and you really need to hear this cardinal rule, once execution starts, the baseline is frozen. Period. You can overwrite your baseline 100 times while you're still in the planning phase, but the literal second that work begins on site, that baseline becomes an immovable anchor. You cannot touch it. Section 4, phased project baselines. Now, in the real world, massive projects rarely just flip a switch and start everything all at once. So how on earth do you handle baselines for a project that rolls out in different stages? Well, the software is smart enough to let you select specific tasks or specific phases to baseline, which means phase 1 can be completely locked in, frozen, and actively executing, while phase 2 is still sitting comfortably in the planning phase with a pending baseline that you can still tweak. There's actually a fascinating real-world example of this from our source material, the Pune Metro project. So the phases in Kochi and Swadkru Shivajinagar had already started execution. Contractors were literally on-site working, so those specific phases were baselined and totally frozen. Meanwhile, areas like Banari, Bellary, and Bear, they were very much still in the planning phase. In fact, the routing for the metro line wasn't even finalized. Residents in those areas were literally just receiving notices about land acquisition for road widening. I mean, you obviously cannot freeze a baseline for a phase when you don't even have the land yet. So they did the smart thing. They baselined the active phases and kept the rest totally flexible in planning.
Section 5. Dealing with unexpected delays.
Okay, let's talk about an incredibly common, totally frustrating headache. Imagine your project is running flawlessly, but then, completely out of nowhere, some unforeseen local issue pops up, and all work on the site grinds to a total halt for, say, 3 to 5 days. Nothing happens for almost a week. How do you show this sudden, massive stoppage in your software without completely destroying your fixed start and end dates? Like, do you go back and change your baseline?
And this brilliantly illustrates why we use this system in the first place. Remember our cardinal rule from earlier? The baseline is frozen? When that 5-day delay hits out of nowhere, your baseline remains exactly as it is. It literally does not move an inch. However, your current schedule, which is that living, breathing document that you're updating every day, that one will shift. You just jump in, add a note or a new line item explaining the local issue that caused the stoppage. Boom! Now your current schedule clearly shows the delay and how it pushes back your finish date. But your baseline stays perfectly put to remind everyone what the original plan actually was.
Section 6. Visualizing baseline versus current.
Okay, so it's one thing to just know this data is living somewhere in the software, but it's another thing entirely to actually see it on your screen so you can, make decisions. Turning on this visual comparison is really easy. You just jump into your Gantt chart view, click the Format menu up at the top, open the Gantt chart format options, and just select Baseline from the toolbar. A little drop-down appears, and you just pick whichever baseline you saved back in step 1.
The result is immediate, and honestly, it's incredibly useful. Look at your Gantt chart now. For every single task, you're going to see 2 separate bars stacked on top of each other. That top bar, that's your current schedule. That represents reality, where you actually are right now, including all those annoying 5-day delays and scope changes. And that bottom bar is your baseline, your original frozen approved anchor. By just glancing at the gap between that top bar and the bottom bar, you and your stakeholders can instantly see the stark reality of the project versus the original dream plan.
And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into project baseline development. As you gear up for your next major build or rollout, I want to leave you with one big thought. Is your project securely anchored against the storm of reality before you start building? Take the time to set that baseline. Use those duplicate saves while you're still in planning, but the absolute second execution begins, freeze it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and happy scheduling!
If you want to master Microsoft Project with practical construction examples, join the online professional certificate course of AweNics. Learn from industry experts and build job-ready planning skills. Limited seats available. Join now.